welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. So this week we're going to be all food related. We're going to be doing some pantry item restock, fridge, freezer, juicing. It's been 2 months postpartum, so it's time to hone in on the health and really get focused on the health grind. I'm very excited to take you guys along on this journey and for you guys to be here. Okay, so the first order of business is to put on an apron and put my hair up. Now the apron's on, hair is up, the first thing that we want to do is make the popsicles. Just because it's a freezer item, it has to freeze, and I know I'm probably going to want to make a big batch, and I only have one mold. So the first thing we're going to do, pulling out the Vitamix, I pulled out some things from the freezer to slightly defrost. So I have some watermelon, some homemade raspberry jam that I made, some kiwi, peaches, and other fruit. So I'm gonna toss this all into the blender and use them for the popsicle. Okay, so majority of the mixture is blended. I'm gonna let it defrost a little bit. That way I don't have to add any more water. That way it gets a little more liquidy for the mold. So I'm gonna pull that out and kind of prep it. So the next recipe I'm gonna be making is granola. This is a super simple recipe. I've been using it for years, and you can do so many mix-ins, so you can always change it up if you're feeling like you wanna spice it up. All the recipes will be down in the description box below. For a while, so I kind of just want to use them all up, so I'm going to chop them up and throw them into the granola. Is looking phenomenal. I'm about to pop it in the oven for 20 minutes, stirring halfway. Doing a little tidy session as we go. The mixture is still a little thick because I blended in the rest of the watermelon. So I'm just scooping it in with a spoon. And then the next batch will probably be a lot more pourable. But honestly, doing it this way is actually not that bad. It's kind of satisfying. Of course, I have my helper. No, I don't. First batch of popsicles is done thanks to my helper, going into the freezer, and once it freezes we'll be working through the next batches. Granola is now done, looking nice and golden, and my house smells amazing. everything for the juicing. Now I'm just gonna cut, peel, and prep everything. Okay, everything is ready for juicing, so I'm going to be doing 2 types of juices. This one is like the eyesight one. It is carrots and oranges, and this is the green juice. So we got lettuce, green apples, celery, and some other things. It will be down below. To store the juices, I ended up using mason jars. I just used what I had on hand just because juicing is such a seasonal thing for me, so I didn't want to invest into nice jars. But if it is something you are wanting to do long term, then I would definitely recommend. But regardless, mason jars are a great option just because they're so versatile. For a quick, easy dinner, I'm going to be making 2 types of salmon just to have for meal prep as well. So I'm going to be doing a teriyaki salmon and then a simple, I guess you can say vegetable one, just with mayo and poultry seasoning. And then definitely snacking on some carrots to hold down the fort. Garnishing with some sesame seeds. So on the side with the salmon, I'll be making rice for Ben and quinoa for me. For my husband, I'll actually do pasta instead of rice just because I have these pastas that I kind of want to just get rid of just to use up from our pantry, and then I'm going to prep the lettuce for salads and just for prep. Made a quick and easy creamy sauce for the pasta. Pasta is all done. Here is dinner, the extra Caesar salad on the side. Hello from the next day. So today we're going to be finishing the popsicles. We're going to be packaging the old ones, putting in the new ones. We're going to be making some banoffee. Everything's with a balance. So we're going to do a little sweet treat, and then we're going to make some vanilla ice cream to just keep up our little stock. We've been making affogatos with that, so that's been really delicious. Because the ice creams are sealed in a thin packaging, I also do a double layer of storage. That way it doesn't get any odd freezer smells. So here's everything for the banoffee except the heavy cream top. So we have everything for the crust and the filling. Typically I use graham crackers for the crust, but I didn't have any on hand, so I just used some butter cookies I had. Into the oven she goes. The caramel sauce is simmering, which means it's complete, so now we're just going to wait for the crust to cool before applying this layer. While everything is cooling for the banoffee, we're about to go and make the ice cream. The banoffee is now ready to be placed in the fridge. For a quick and easy lunch, I did tuna mixed with mayo on top of sourdough and tomato, and I garnished it with some greens. Okay, so the kids are both sleeping, and I want to take this opportunity to organize my pantry. Just because post-vacation, anything food related, grocery shopping wise, kind of just shoved in here, so I want to organize that all. And then also, I've kind of been eating out through all of our food and all of our things that are in their containers. So we have a lot of empty ones that are now ready to be filled. So we worked through a lot of our pantry food, so we have a lot of empty bins, and we're gonna have even more empty bins because I bought these and I wanted to put some of the fun toppings like chia seeds, the coconut shreds, some granola in these. That way it's gonna be a lot funner and easier to access them for like breakfast and snacks and stuff. And then we'll put more stuff that are in these bins into these. Okay, and then here are the groceries on the floor and kind of things I picked up from Target that need to be put away. Took out everything that I found in the bins that I would like to put away in cuter bins. So let's go ahead and do that. Now for my favorite part, adding in everything into the container. I was going to combine the chocolate chips, but they looked a little different, so I decided to keep them separate. Careful. Okay, so last order of business is to clean the fridge. I kind of already stocked things, but just shoved them in there. So now I need to pull everything out, give everything a wipe, and restock. So here's a little before, a little messy, got things kind of thrown around everywhere. So now I just need to organize and put things away as needed. And then I did restock up on making juices because the ones I made in this video we actually already ran out of. So we got some carrot, we got some apple and pineapple, and then some green juice. Much needed and looking much more nice. Okay, so while organizing the fridge, I put away some strawberries in the freezer, took out the bananas because they're browning, and we'll make double chocolate muffins, and then finishing snacking on these carrots to just get them out of the fridge. And because you always need some more vegetables. That's a wrap for this video. I hope you guys got some food related ideas and inspiration for some organization, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.